it's quite interesting that the first thing you were told, or one of the first few things you were told when you were growing up, is that, you know, like, be a man, like, you get up and you get on with it, like, you know, like, not even specifically don't cry, but it's kind of like, just get on with it, like, what you're soaking about. Do you guys think there's a place for that when it comes to coaching, raising your boys?
Is there a place for it?
Is there a place for the notion of, come on, get on with it?
I think no. I don't think there's a place for just get on with it. I think there's a place for get on with it.
Yeah.
But I think getting on with it needs to sit in the right position in the grand scheme of processing and working through whatever you're dealing with. At some point you have to get on with it. And I think that's absolutely fine. But if you're told to get on with it without understanding, first of all, like, this is a real thing. Yes, we acknowledge it's a real thing. 2, it's something that needs to be processed. Yes, we're here to support you to process it. 3, a resolution needs to be arrived at. And once you have that resolution, get on with resolving.
Yeah.
I think with in that type of frame, absolutely, get on with it has a place. But if it's just get on with it, it's like, we've missed the first 3 steps. Like, what am I getting on?
Pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, just skipping right over it.
Exactly. So the question is, like, what am I getting on? What am I getting on with? I'm getting on with not dealing with this well and trying to fill the gap with action. So in my mind, there's no place for just get on with it, but there is definitely a place for get on with it after you follow a process and get to a point where there is something to get on with. And you see what you're getting on with, you see what you're working on, you see what, even if it's a thing of, oh, you're a man, you need to be strong. How do I, as a young man, how do I even identify what my weakness truly is for me to even develop that strength if you're just telling me to just do the strength? I think that's why you see a lot of men basing their strengths around action or activity or
physical
stuff,
intensity, power, things that, like, you see and you attribute to strength without really understanding whether there's strength there or not. And I think that's because we're trying to fill this gap without anyone, like, providing the guidance of what does the gap look like. How do you measure how big the gap is? Is it a bridge? Do I just need to jump over it? Without all that stuff, you're just doing actions.
Bravado.
Yeah. Perfect word.
Yeah. Just bravado.
Just take the whole paragraph.
The word is bravado. Do you know why I think that happens though? I think men teach and say that to their boys because they themselves don't have the tools that you just mentioned. Like, you know, a man that hasn't gone through the same experience of being sat down and, you know, had the opportunity to talk through his experience, what it means to get on with it, whether that's mental strength, whether that's physical strength, you know, even just kind of being able to be vulnerable. And I think it's key, like, to be able to do that in the presence of a man or with another man. I think there are so many males out there that haven't had that real specific experience. Like, I know I definitely didn't have that. And you just mentioned, no, you know, I don't think your dad gave you a framework. He just told you, listen, this is football. You get up, you get on with it. You know, there was no safety in it after that. There was no, okay, this is what happens if it doesn't work. Come back here, we'll talk about another process. Just kind of left to your own devices to figure it out. And like you said, then you've got guys that they feel that the only way to be able to show that they're strong is through the physical aggression, violence, the gym, everything that's kind of associated to the physical, like,
and being the masculine, like, man of men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think one of the problems is you run a risk of also, like, from a young age, just disregarding your emotions. So, like, when you're an adult now, you're not used to processing your emotions or, like, just understanding. You just jump straight to whatever makes you feel like a man.
Yeah, emotional regulation.
Yeah.
It's key.
Damn.
I think these things